Hello, hello, guys. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing amazing. We got Joshua with us. How are you, Joshua?
Hello, Emmanuel. Hello, people out there. Well, I'm a little tired today, to be totally honest, and being straightforward. But at the same time, I'm so glad to be here with you.
You know
Spending a
what?
lot.
I'm actually really stoked to have you on board because, as you already know, I've been streaming live the last couple of days, and everybody was asking me in the chat, "Hey, what happened to Joshua? Where is Joshua?" And your whereabouts. And I was like, guys, Joshua's been working hard as usual, but he's
As
back.
usual.
So we got Joshua the Zion back. Let me say hi to Junior Manuel. Hello, and also Ruth. Hi, Ruth. Thank you for joining. So today we are going to be learning powerful vocabulary. The first expression I have here is by all means. By all means. So Joshua, maybe we can provide a couple of examples with this expression. Let me say hi to Dafo. I'm here. Thank you for joining. I know that you have been joining me the last couple of days, but today I'm not alone. Joshua is here with me, and I'm waiting for another participant to jump in on. Let's see if he
Wow, wow,
joins.
wow, wow,
Let me
wow. Sounds
let
great,
him
bro.
in a few minutes. All right.
Bro, let me tell you something before moving forward,
All right.
because, bro, you are driving crazy. You are going bananas with all this streaming stuff. And actually, I just finished watching a beautiful video that you uploaded in Portuguese, bro. Wow,
Yeah,
you are in an entrepreneurial mode, bro.
I'm on a
Recently,
roll. I'm on a roll lately. Guys. Actually, Joshua is making the announcement on my behalf. I recently opened up a YouTube channel in Portuguese. Maybe I will share it with you guys later
do
in
it,
the
do it.
chat. So you can follow me, so you can watch my videos, and who knows, perhaps you could learn something from me. I'm gonna be sharing a lot of stuff in Portuguese, all right? So maybe you can support me. Uh, Hi from Haiti. We got a lot of followers from Haiti. I didn't know. I gotta be honest. I didn't know that we had so many subscribers from Haiti until I started streaming. You know why, Joshua? Because I've been getting a lot of comments from Haitian people. I'm always reading, "Hey from Haiti, hi from Haiti, how are you from Haiti?" And I'm like, "Wow, we got a lot of people from there. That's incredible." I feel so honored and so happy to have those um, subscribers from Haiti. It seems to me that those people are really interested in learning this beautiful language. What do you think, Josh?
Of course, and that is something that is very important in terms of this learning curve. So,
Absolutely. We got Johnny from DR, Dominican Republic. Kaylin, if I'm not mistaken, you're from Palmares, Costa Rica. Let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize in advance. If I'm right, then kudos to me. But thank you for joining. Gustavo from DR, Dominican Republic. We actually have a lot of people from Dominican Republic as well. Right, Joshua. So, what's the latest news? Keep us updated.
no, well,
Keep me up
actually,
to speed.
latest news is that you are uploading a lot of new content in Portuguese, Spanish, English. Wow, bro.
I'm
I
sharing a
cannot
lot of
I
vocabulary.
I cannot keep up with that, bro.
All right, we got somebody with us. Hey, Mr. Kindle, how's it going?
Hi, good afternoon. How are you, Manuel and
I'm
Joshua?
great.
Good,
Kaylin,
good.
yeah,
Ex-
you're from Palmares. Thank you for joining. I'm so happy to have someone from Costa Rica. We actually have a lot of subs from Costa Rica, but thank you. You have been so faithful lately. Joshua, this girl, Kaylin, has been supporting me all this week. Every time I go live, she's here with me. So,
Sounds
Kendall,
great.
thank you for
Sounds great.
joining. I'm so happy to have you on board. Today, we're going to be discussing powerful vocabulary. So, I'm going to be writing down some expressions, and perhaps we can provide some examples and meanings together. All right.
All
Um,
right.
this guy, let me read this comment. Christian, hi there. I'm from let me project it again. I'm sorry. I'm from Nicaragua. Thanks for teaching me a lot. You are the best guys. Well, thank you, Christian. We also have a lot of subscribers from Nicaragua. So, what's the latest, Joshua? Go ahead once again. I know that everybody's waiting for you to say something interesting. They have been missing you a lot.
Well, in terms of personal life, no, bro, I don't have anything new. But yeah, in terms of what I was discussing later with you, you are doing an amazing job uploading new content in a daily basis. That is something that I am going to, kudos to you. You deserve a round of applause, bro. And Kendall, of course, as always, is an honor, sharing a screen with you, bro.
He's
I really hope you're
always
doing wonderful.
he's always helping us out, and I appreciate that, Kendall. Thank you once again, guys. I know that most of you already know Kendall. Kendall is a team member. He's part of our team. He's been helping us out lately. So he is also from Costa Rica. Um, okay, Jamichael. Let me read Jamichael's comment. Mm, Hi
Yeah,
guys, how
Michael,
about I'm under the weather?
that idiom means that you are sick when you are coming down with something. Let's say, for instance, that I'm coming down with flu, so I can tell you, bro, recently I'm under the weather. I'm kind of sick. I'm coming down with something.
Joshua, it also means to be gloomy, like maybe depressed, to be gloomy,
Mhm.
like this. To be gloomy. Johnny Eva from Dominican Republic. He says Joshua speaks so fast. Bro, Joshua is actually speaking like in the first gear. Once he shifts into the fifth or seventh gear, you're never going to understand what he's saying. Mostly when he throws some lyrics. No, I'm just kidding,
Exactly.
guys. Maybe you gotta get used to his accent, but no, it's just maybe that you are not used to how he utters the words, but it's normal. Let me say hi to Dea. Dea's been supporting me a lot lately. Hi guys. Well, hi Dea. Ricardo from El Salvador. How you doing, Ricardo? Thank you for joining once again. Okay, Joshua, maybe you can explain this. Mark says, what does the phrase "it's driving me nuts" mean? So go ahead with the meaning.
Bro, it's driving me crazy. I mean, it's a synonym. You can
It's
say,
driving me
"Wow,
crazy.
this situation is driving me crazy. It's driving me nuts. It's driving me bananas. It's driving me upset." You can use a lot of synonyms for this expression. Well, basically, is that you are getting crazy. You are getting crazy about a specific situation. Basically, that.
Kendall, tell me about a situation that drove you nuts in the last couple of weeks. Something that make you
Yeah.
feel like, wow, this is crazy, this is banana. So what is it?
So yeah, I have to take a test at the end of this year from the university,
All right,
and there is a lot of topics there. There are a lot of topics, so it's driving me nuts right now.
so you went bananas.
I want bananas, yeah.
You went bunkers. So Joshua, you know what, this guy Kendall, he was traveling around the world the last couple of days, but he's back.
Oh, wow.
He's back.
I took a, I took a
Uh,
quick trip there
all
just
right,
to
I'm
relax.
happy that you are back,
That
and I hope
that's
you had a
that's
wonderful
that's
time.
actually one of the fringe benefits from working on your company, bro. You're making a lot of money. You're
That's true.
pulling off a lot of money, bro. So that's wonderful.
Well, Ricardo says, greetings, guys. I love your content. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That means so much to me.
Johnny Eva says pop off means die, to die. It's a synonym, but quite frankly, it's not that useful. So I mean that you can use other verbs in order to to say the sex thing. So pop
Joshua,
off, it's not recommendable.
Joshua, but maybe it's because Johnny is confused about the other video I streamed along with Hezekiah. We were actually discussing about this phrasal verb. Let me explain to you the meaning of that, Johnny. I know Joshua's right, but if we were to refer to a different context, to pop off means to succeed in terms of a business. For example, I could say the business is popping off lately. This song is popping off. This music video is popping off. So pretty much it means that if you put out a video, the video is going viral, is getting a lot of views, your music is becoming successful. So in that case, you can say my music is popping off, my video is popping off, my company is popping off, my business, whatever you are doing that's coming on or becoming successful, you can say it's popping off. Of course, this is an informal word, an informal phrasal verb, but it's really useful if you want to sound a bit more colloquial. All right. Ricardo, so read this for me. Kendall, read it for me.
Yeah, let me see that. Could I say phrasal? I think it's phrasal, right?
Yeah,
Phrasal
phrasal.
verbs are driving me crazy.
Yes, Ricardo, yes, you can say that. Phrasal verbs are driving me crazy. This job is driving me crazy. My wife is driving me crazy. Whatever is driving you crazy, then you can say this is making me feel bad in terms of craziness. All right. Let me say hi to this follower, new follower. Thank you. We got a new sub here, Joshua.
Well, thank you for your immense support. We really appreciate that. So
That means so much
welcome
to
on
us.
board. Welcome on board.
Maybe we can explain that, Joshua. Welcome on board. What is the meaning of that? Let me write it down because I know that some people don't know that.
Yeah, welcome on board is
Uh-huh.
the first phrase that you're gonna hear when you are joining a company, for instance. You're gonna hear, well, thank you for joining our team and welcome on board. So you are more than welcome to be here.
Welcome on board. Mhm.
Mhm.
Also,
So
when
let
you
me.
get also when you get into the aircraft, for example, the flight attendants, that's one of the most useful ways to say hi to you. It's like welcome on board.
Yes. When you hop on a plane. So maybe we can explain that, Joshua.
What?
Let me write it down and we can explain it. All right. I'm
Hmm.
actually availing myself of Kendall's example. So when you hop on a plane, they tell you welcome on board. But what is the meaning of hopping on a plane?
Yeah, well, when you get on the plane,
To get on the plane.
you,
Yeah.
you can also say this expression when, for instance, you are hopping on a taxi. You are
Yes.
getting on the taxi, for instance. Okay, let
Let
me
me
hop on
share it.
the taxi.
To get on a plane. To hop on and to get on are synonyms in this case. And what
Mhm.
about to hop off?
When you
What
get
about that
out,
one, Joshua? To
it,
get
it
out of the plane.
when you get out of the
Hmm. We got Breno Silva. He joined me yesterday from Brazil. Hi, Breno. Actually, I opened up a channel in Portuguese, so maybe you can follow me. I know that you're a native Portuguese speaker, but maybe you can support me. Hey, thank you once again. I know you're learning a lot from my content, and today we are teaching more powerful vocabulary as usual, because I'm going to keep on sharing more vocabulary with you guys. Thank you for joining.
Emma, before moving
Yes,
forward, it would be
tell me.
advisable. It would be advisable if you check your settings in order to make sure that everything is Gucci because your microphone is making this, nookie sound. So perhaps you can
Uh,
review it. Hmm.
Let me try to fix it on my end. I'm sorry, guys, about that. Maybe, some technical issues. Is it better now?
Let's see.
Right, let me read these
Sound
comments.
sounds like it's better.
Right, do you use English just for work? Well, Johnny, not necessarily. Actually, we speak English a lot. Sometimes we hang out, like I hang out with Kendall. I hang out with Joshua and we use English, Spanish, sometimes Portuguese, sometimes German with Kendall. I mean, we actually use a lot of languages at the same time.
I don't know if it's you, Emmanuel, or perhaps Kendall, but the freaking sound is still on, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, let me see this comment. Breno, do you speak Portuguese? Eu falo, claro que sim. Eu falo português. Aqui,
Aqui a gente
aqui
fala,
falamos de tudo um pouco. Não, não,
aqui a gente
não
fala
tem
de
problema.
todo, cara.
O Kendall fala português também.
Eu falo um pouquinho, assim.
Alan, I'm really happy to be here. Well, I'm happy too because it means a lot to us. Kendall, maybe you can turn off the audio and turn it back on when you're going to speak. Maybe you can do that for us.
Yes,
All
I
right,
will do it.
thank you. Breno, I watch you a lot. Well, thank you. I appreciate your support. I really like telemarketing videos. Oh, okay, all right. That's great. Um, it's correct to say your sign is breaking up. All right, Joshua, you give Ruth an explanation regarding the phrasal verb to break up.
Yeah, well, actually, in this context is perfectly fitable since you can say to the customer, okay, no, you sound like you are breaking up a little bit. It's like the sound is difficult because you are losing signal, so you are
Maybe,
trying to drop off from the call.
yeah,
Hmm.
Joshua, maybe the sound or the signal is cutting out.
Exactly.
All right, so let's see Johnny's comment once again. When are you inviting fans to the lives? Well, not for the time being. We'll let you guys know, but that's not a thing at this moment. So we are just creating content um, by ourselves for the moment, unless we decide to do it, but not for the time being. Maybe in the future. Joshua, what do you think?
Yeah, actually, we are implementing this new idea of creating like I
Mhm.
don't know, an add-on card or a special communication with our membership guys because recently we have received a lot of people, joining us, and they are like, "Well, I want to participate, so perhaps if you join us, we can, carry out some role plays there, and actually, we can create something good there." So this is a,
Right.
a great time for you, Emmanuel, perhaps to announce that idea.
No, guys, let me reply Breno's question before I talk about it. All right, Breno, we are from Costa Rica. The three of us are from Costa Rica in Central America. In case you don't know, Costa Rica. Somos da Costa Rica. Aí, se você não conseguiu entender. All right. So, in that case, Johnny, we are going to prioritize those who join um, through a membership method. That means that if you become a member or if you pay our membership here in the live chat, we're gonna give you a certain priority and we're gonna let you in the lives. So that's something that we are going to implement as of now, actually, because that's something that we recently discussed. And from today on, or as of today, whoever joins the membership method or whoever pays the membership, we're gonna give them priority and they will be able to join the lives. All right. So Ricardo,
And perhaps it would be advisable, guys, don't take this the wrong way, but actually we have been receiving a lot of complaints from our membership guys, from people who are subscribing to our courses. Okay, yeah, well, but you are actually helping a lot of people out there, but I want to join you because I am your loyal subscriber, I'm your recurring student, and yeah, that's fair. I mean, if they are helping us, this must be reciprocal, so don't take this the wrong way. Actually, we are creating content for you guys, but this is in order to get to be totally fair and transparent with our current subscribers and joiners and current students. So guys, don't take this the wrong way.
all right. Thank you for that, Joshua. Could you tell us an example with to hop off? Kendall, maybe you can give us an example. To hop off means to get out of a plane, but give us an example. You were traveling, so give us a sentence or an example of how you can use the verb to hop off.
All right, let me see, because this is new for me. So can I say, like, for example,
When you get out of the plane, for example, when I arrived in Colombia, I hopped off after my girlfriend, or I hopped off after my parents. That's an example. Hmm.
all right.
But
So can I
give us
say,
an
for
example.
example,
Mm.
yeah, hop off was like getting out, right?
Yes.
Okay, hopping off the plane, the car,
Hmm. The taxi.
the taxi.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's useful because we can use it like instead of using the other one, like get off or something like that.
Yes, that makes you sound more knowledgeable. Okay. Let me read this comment. Joshua, maybe you can read it for me.
Francia Espera Jimenez. Hi there. I'm new and pretty happy to join your team. I expect I learn a lot of through your page. Sounds great, Francia. So welcome on board. Let's again.
Thank you, Francia.
There was an interesting comment, Emmanuel. If you can perhaps highlight it from
What
Nico
comment?
Barrios. Nico Barrios is a an idiom that he was using. No, from Gianfranco.
All right.
He
Let
said,
me.
if this phrase "bet your sweet BP," no, that is totally informal, and you are not advised to use this vocabulary
No,
during any interaction with your customer.
I wouldn't recommend using that. Yeah, that makes you sound like, I don't know, like somebody from the hood.
It's pretty informal, correct? For those
Mhm.
of you who don't know this phrase, it's a synonym for of course. Bet your sweet BP, of course. But it's pretty informal, so guys, don't use this idiom or phrasal verb, this idiom, sorry, or phrase during your interactions.
Okay, my reje. If my English is basic and I do your course, can I work in the call center? Yes, but if you have a basic English level, I would recommend you joining our our course
The
for
intensive course.
beginners. That will
Mhm.
be in January next year because we're gonna focus on beginners. So please stay tuned because we'll be making some announcements next month and also in December regarding the January course because that course is gonna be tailored specifically for you and whoever has an basic English level. All right. So this guy is asking about us visiting Brazil. No, we've never been there. I wish I
Unfortunately.
could visit Brazil. All right. Maybe this expression, Joshua. I want you to give us some examples to come up with. Give me an
to,
example.
to
How
come
can I
up
use
with.
that expression?
Yeah, you can say, for instance, when Emmanuel and I decided years ago, back in the day, to create a channel, we came up with this whole idea of this project course. So we actually came up with this idea. When you come up with something, you are creating, you are inventing something from scratch. So
Mhm.
that's come up with.
Right. So maybe I could tell you, Joshua. Perhaps we could come up with some plans to work on this project.
Mhm,
Perhaps we could come up with some ideas. Uh-huh.
mhm.
Now let's review this one. To get away with. Give me an example, Joshua.
To get away with. Well, actually,
Uh-huh.
as you guys already know, I have to pay child support every single month. So I don't know why and how, but I am able to get away with it by not paying the sum of money that I am supposed to pay. So every time I got scot free, meaning that I get away with the whole plan. For instance, if you saw this sitcom Futurama from the Fox, um, there was this character Bender. He used to get he used to get away with all this robbery stuff, and he was able to pull off every single rob. So he got away with the whole plan every single time.
But Joshua, what if we say to get away with the murder? What does that mean?
To get away
To
with the
get away
murder.
with the
It's
murder.
an interesting idiom. Yeah, actually, that you are able to pull that off. When you
Mhm.
get out with the murder, it means that you will get out of the situation scot free. For instance.
Yes, so let me read this comment by English with Edison. He's from Peru. I hope you're doing wonderful today. Hey, Emmanuel and Joshua, I'm a big fan of both of you guys. I'm always bending over backwards to enhance my English skills, but when I get nervous, I draw a blank. Well, it seems to me that you have a wonderful knowledge because he's using some interesting expressions and even idioms. I don't know why you get nervous because you are actually writing good expressions. Maybe you need some confidence. Work on your confidence, and I promise you that you will be a fluent speaker. Maybe we can explain that, Joshua, for the other people who don't understand the expression to bend over backwards. What does that
Yeah,
mean?
that phrase means to make a great effort.
To work hard on something,
Mhm.
to put in a lot of effort. Mhm.
And draw a blank. What a wonderful expression.
To draw a blank. What does that mean, Joshua?
um, that you don't actually are able to know or to
Mhm,
get your words come across, your idea
mhm.
come across.
To be at a loss for
Hmm.
words, maybe. To
Hmm.
be at a loss. Let me write it down because that one is interesting. To be at a loss for words. This is an idiom, yeah, like an idiom or an expression that is used for the same situation. I'm at a loss for words. That means that I'm speechless, that I don't know what to say. I'm having a hard time to express my ideas.
Hmm.
Kendall, did you know this expression?
Yes, I know this one to be at a loss for words.
Maybe you can give us an example. Give me an example.
Well, right now I'm at a loss for words.
You don't know what to say. Well,
Literal, literal, bro. Wow, bro. Emma, if you can highlight Donovan's comment, wonderful,
sure.
beautiful. I like
This
it.
guy,
I
Joshua,
like it.
this guy from Senegal.
From Senegal.
Senegal has been, joining me from Monday until Thursday. He's been very faithful. Even at this time, he told me that it's really late in Senegal, and he's been
Hmm.
really faithful.
Well, good to have you here and answering your inquiry. No, you're not late. Actually, we just started, so don't worry about it.
Donovan.
Donovan, but no, the former comment,
All right, let me
which
project it for you.
says,
And
Thank you guys. Hmm. Thank you guys. I turned 26 few months ago, and since I started on ITV company by 23, my English has been gone to the next level every single year, watching your videos and other people make on YouTube. Wonderful. Donovan, thank you. We really appreciate your support.
okay, I want to answer this question. Mark Black, how many ways do you know to say have a party? Okay, I wouldn't say have a party. In English, we normally say to throw.
To
To
throw a
throw.
party.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Let me correct you, Mark.
You
To
can
throw
also say,
a
but
party.
is less used, is to hold a party as well.
To
But
hold a party.
Emmanuel expression is better. Throw a party.
Let me write it down because it is important. Guys, to have a party, no, it doesn't sound good to me. It's better to say to throw a party. And in some cases, if we want to sound formal, we could say to hold the party. The same thing applies to holding a meeting. We don't say to have a meeting, but to hold a meeting. Joshua, maybe you can give us an example of holding a meeting.
Well, actually, a couple of days ago, I was holding this important meeting with our shareholders.
That's
It
great.
was an
And
it
why
was an
why
important
can
meeting.
we say to have a meeting? Can you maybe explain to everybody why having a meeting sounds incorrect?
Oh well, you are the grammar guy. In this case, it would be wonderful if you let us know
All right.
why. Because quite frankly, don't know, but I don't have the focus idea why we can know or
Okay.
why we are
Okay.
not allowed to say have.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's really simple. To have a meeting doesn't exist in the English language. Grammatically speaking, if you say to have a meeting, that is a translation from Spanish into English, and that's incorrect. That's a false friend for those of you who are wondering. A false friend. Why? Because in Spanish we say tener una reunión, but in English we say sostener una reunión. So that's the difference. To hold a meeting instead of having a meeting. Be careful there. Grammatically speaking, only hold is the right way.
Hmm.
Okay, Breno, what level of English to get a job in the United States? Well, let me say this, okay? Let's suppose that you go to a job interview, okay? You are from Brazil and you speak English, all right? But then you see 9 other applicants from the United States, native English speakers, and they have to go through the same process. Who do you think has better options to get that job? That's the answer. So if you want to apply for a job there, make sure that your English is at least C1 or above. You gotta be as fluent as a native English speaker. Otherwise, you won't get a job. Of course, I'm referring to good jobs, okay? Like office jobs or any well-paid job. All right. What are the synonyms of thank you? Well, there is actually a lot of synonyms. Joshua, maybe you
Emmanuel,
can give us some.
let me share with Dia because we actually have a full video regarding that topic. Remember?
Yes, go ahead.
Let me share this video that we actually have. Let
All
me
right,
just,
all right.
perhaps
Go
you
ahead.
can continue while I try
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
find
yeah.
it, bro.
No worries. Let me read some comments. Tomorrow I have to go to in Indigo, I guess. It is a call center in El Salvador. Any recommendation? It will be my first time. Well, you're not clarifying if you have a job interview or if you're starting the training or if you're um, going to work in production for the first time, but I assume that you are referring to the interview. If that's the case, then just be confident, just trust in yourself. And if you already speak English, try to elaborate concise answers. Don't get nervous, and I'm totally convinced, I'm totally certain that you will pull it off. Just once again, just be confident, all right? So let me read this other comment by Ricardo Portillo. Can we use hold if I want to talk about dinner or breakfast? No, no, no. You only say to have a dinner and to have breakfast. You can say whole dinner, whole breakfast, unless you say to hold the uh lunch meeting, to hold a dinner meeting. That's different. But specifically if we talk about dinner or if we talk about breakfast, you can only say to have. All right. Okay, let me read this other comment by Nico. Guy, I have a question for you about a teleperformance company. I think Joshua has experience. Well, maybe Joshua could give us some feedback about it, but he's actually working on searching for a video
No,
that we
I already
uploaded a few
pasted the
years
link,
ago.
so we can go ahead and answer this important
Ah,
question.
all right. So
It
go
is,
ahead then.
uh-huh. So what was the question again?
That's the question. Teleperformance, a review about this company, maybe some feedback.
Well, in terms of salary, is not competitive enough. I have received a lot of feedback from this company. I actually applied for this company. And to be totally honest and straightforward, if you can apply for Amazon, if you can apply it on other company like, for instance, Convergys, it would be advisable to do so because Teleperformance is not a bad company. No, don't get this wrong. I'm not telling you the contrary. I mean, it's not a bad company, but it's not competitive enough in terms or money wise. Perhaps Emmanuel can um, write that down for you guys. When we say work wise, money wise, work wise, that's a useful expression. But Nico, yeah, you can apply if you want, but it would be advisable if you look up for other options in the market.
Work wise, money wise. Right. That's when we are referring to, um, for example, when we say internally, socially. So that's when we say, for example, in Spanish, internamente, socialmente. But in this case, when we say work wise, money wise, we are referring directly to the noun money, referring or concerning to the subject, concerning to work, concerning to money. All right. Um, Dea, thank you so much, Emmanuel and Joshua. Keep up the great work. Joshua, can you maybe share the video with us? Are you ready with that?
I already did it, correct, Elder. I already did
Okay,
it.
guys, so you
Mhm.
can go ahead and open up the link and watch that wonderful video because you're going to learn a lot of different synonyms regarding the word thank you. Kendall, maybe you can read this comment for us.
Yes, so here we go. Hi, bro. Do you have tips for guerrilla assessment? Because I applied twice for a call center representative position, but I failed the assessment. There was almost 40 questions, both in English and French.
Well, Amado, to be honest, it's my first time hearing gorilla assessments. That's totally new for me. I have to be honest. You know that I'm always here to help you guys out, but sometimes you guys ask me certain questions that I'm honestly and quite frankly I'm not aware of. So honestly, I have no idea whatsoever. But from a neutral standpoint, I would tell you that if you are having a hard time answering those questions, I would recommend you perhaps doing some research and perhaps improving your vocabulary because based on my own experience, I noticed that many people fail those tests because they don't have enough knowledge. Their vocabulary is really limited. That's why some questions are really tricky. And if you don't understand certain questions, if you don't understand certain words, verbs, or sometimes even idioms, you're not gonna pass those tests. What's your opinion about this, Joshua? Any type of assessment, why do people fail often?
Yeah. Um, yeah, basically what you just said is basically because they don't have a wide repertoire in terms of
Correct.
vocabulary. So, for instance, the Versant test is a totally nightmare for a lot of people out there. And when I am, performing this Versant test, I am like, but this is not difficult at all. I mean, this is simple. But of course, they say, no, Joshua, but you are accustomed to it. It's because you have a lot of vocabulary. So the key here is that if you have enough vocabulary, if you really know what you're doing, so you will pass the test. If you
Joshua,
are failing the test, it's because you, of course, you don't have this level at this moment.
this
Um,
comment is actually cracking me up so much. Read it for me, Joshua. Go ahead.
it says, Pat Bob. I was missing to Joshua. Guys, you are both like Batman and Robin, Pinky and Brain, Goku and Vegeta, Mr. Jones and Mr. Smith in Man in Black. I love this channel. Well, I love you back.
That's actually one of the best comments we have received so
Mm,
far.
yeah.
So, Kendall, how do you define yourself? Are you Goku, Vegeta, Pinky, Brain, Robin, or Batman? Who do you pick? Who do you
That's
pick?
really nice, Colin. I would define myself as. Let me see the options here. We have
Bro, Pinky and Brain is wonderful.
Yeah, no doubt.
amazing. I would say Vegeta. I will stay with
Vegeta.
Vegeta.
So, what about
Yeah.
you, Joshua? Who do you pick?
Pinky, bro, I love Pinky. Yeah, I
Pinky.
know that
So
he's very stupid and whatever you want to say, but Pinky, bro,
he's
other
so smart.
level.
So I'm gonna pick maybe Robin.
Robin. Okay. Sounds
All
cool.
right. So that was wonderful. Thank you, Pat Bob. All right. So let's see another expression. Joshua and Emmanuel, you doing yourself? Oh, that's an interesting question, and maybe we can explain this verb, Joshua, to deem. English with Edison says, Joshua and Emmanuel, do you deem yourselves
A go
as
getter person.
go-getter person?
Having a
Actually,
heart having a heart-to-heart conversation English with Edison. Yes, I do. Dim, the verb dim, it means to consider. Do you guys consider yourself a go-getter person? Yeah, I'm a catchy person.
to deem. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
To deem.
Consider, considered, correct. To dim
All
means
right.
consider.
And what if we say to assess?
Mm-hmm. Of course. Like,
What is that, Joshua?
it's the same when you actually gauge. For instance, is another synonym. Gauge when you measure, when you consider something. So, mhm, to
Okay.
gauge, to
Maybe we can analyze this one. Give us an example. To
yeah,
thread.
of course. In order to see if you are the best fit for this position, I actually have to gauge your English level.
All right. Kendall, you have to go for some reason. It was a pleasure having you here, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for
Thank you, Emmanuel and
participating.
Joshua.
Thank
See you
you,
around.
Kendall.
Yep.
Take
See you
care.
around. Take care, bro.
Thank you so much for having me, and have a good day, everybody.
You too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. So yes, maybe we could analyze to rule out. Actually, we are providing a list of useful vocabulary, guys. So to rule out.
Hmm. So let me give you an example. I can say, Emmanuel, okay, you're telling me that this whole issue is due to this specific error. But before ruling out any possibility, why we don't explore all avenues?
Mhm. To rule out. All right.
Mhm.
To
Rule out means to discard.
to discard. Let me write it down for you guys. To discard. To discard. Uh-huh.
Mhm. Can experience in a
All the
call
way out.
center in our home country translate to a call
What
center.
about this one, Joshua? To go all the way out.
To
What
go
does that
all the
mean?
way to go all the way out. Well, let's suppose that we are about to start a match. This is the World Cup, and I'm giving you the pep talk. Guys, we have to go all the way out and get this match.
Mhm.
So that's a good example to go all the way out in order to achieve something.
Okay, now what about to step up to the plate?
Yeah, this is something that I actually say a lot because obviously, guys, as you already know, we are carrying out a lot of virtual courses. So every time that I'm, performing these tasks on Google Meet or whatever, th- um, there are a lot of people who said, Joshua, Emmanuel, I really want to learn English, but I'm a little shy. I'm a shy person. I don't like talking in front of people. So I have to say to them, bro, you got to master up the courage and step up to the plate. Meaning that you have to get rid of these thoughts in order to get to the next level.
Mhm.
So you have to step up to the play and do something different in order to achieve different results.
Yes. All right, guys. So this is pretty much for today. As you already know, we're gonna continue streaming live. We're gonna be providing you guys with more vocabulary. Just a final announcement. I know that some of you are already aware of this, but if you are new here, um, I'm gonna let you know that we have a course, call center course. So if you wanna join our course, just send us an email at hyproneri@gmail.com, and I will be happy to send you all the information concerning the course. Right? So Joshua, thank you for joining us today. It was a pleasure spending some time with you and teaching our community together because I know that um, cherry on top, right?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
It goes without saying. You add a lot of value to our lives, and that means so much to me. So thank you for accepting my invite, and I hope to see you tomorrow at the same time because tomorrow we're gonna share more vocabulary with you guys.
Tomorrow.
All right,
Mhm.
so thank you for joining today's live, and see you next time. Goodbye.
See you guys.